All right, let's settle in. Oh, as you gently allow your eyes to close, just think for just a few breaths, this concept of settling in. There's something about those two words that just give you permission to be where you are, to be okay with where you are and how you are, and to truly begin to catch a glimpse of the present moment. We go through our day so busy, so connected in so many different ways, but there's something incredibly sweet and beautiful about settling in. And so just kind of scan yourself from the top of your head, down through your sit bones, up and down your spine, across your shoulders, even over your forehead and your jaw. And just notice, where has the busyness of this day begun to take root physically within you? And as we allow ourselves to settle in, let's just see if our mental, spiritual, emotional practice can bring a little release, a little healing to the physical parts of us. So let's begin to breathe together. Just a nice, slow, deep breath in, followed by a nice, slow, deep breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. And a full, expansive inhale. And a full, complete exhale. And now just allow the rhythm of your breath to be what you need it to be. And just scan again and see if things have begun to shift in just a few breaths, in just a few moments of settling. As I was reflecting today and just really thinking about where we are on this journey, it is the season of gratitude in our country, in our communities. And so I thought this is a beautiful time to pause and to go back to those soul questions that we ask sometimes. Sometimes we ask them and the answers are just clear in that moment. And sometimes we ask the questions and there are no answers. But our answer and our lesson comes in our being open to asking the question. And I think it's so befitting because that last question will ask us just to pause and reflect on the things that we're grateful for. But let's just sit with the questions that precede it and see how that informs our gratitude practice tonight. And through it all, continuing to maintain just that gentle rhythm of breath. And I'm going to pause after each question and just let us each sit with it. Don't grapple with the question. Don't try to force an answer. Notice the patterns up in your thoughts. Notice the sensations in your heart. Just notice. And somewhere in the noticing, clarity will come. The first soul question says, who am I? Who am I? And sometimes in our practice, we'll go through these ritual ways of just thinking about who we are and removing the labels and the positions and the titles and then just stripping it down to truly the essence of us. Let our sitting with the question do that. Let all those labels, let all those layers just fall away. And let's just each sit with that question of who am I? At the core of my being, the essence of me. Who am I? And the next question, ask, what do I want? What do I want? What is my heart's deepest desire? What do I long for? What do I want? And then the third soul question, ask, what's my purpose? What's my dharma? What is my unique contribution to this world? A contribution that no one else can fill. My unique purpose in this moment today. What is it? And the fourth soul question, ask, what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for? And let's just each notice, just check in and notice our breath. Notice if things have shifted, if you've become restless or maybe you've become a little more grounded. Just notice. Again, top of the head, down to those sit bones, over your jaw, your forehead, your shoulders, across the heart center as you feel the breath moving within you. Just notice the shift. Now I'd like us just to sit with these questions once more. It's so easy to ask questions of ourselves and to keep them out and around us, or to put them up in our thinking mind. Because even though we try not to search for an answer, sometimes the mind does its own thing, and it does try to seek an answer. So for these last few minutes, if it would feel comfortable for you, I would encourage you just to put one hand right in your heart center. Maybe if it feels good, you'll cover it with the other hand. Maybe you'll just have the one. Or if that didn't feel exactly right, just allow your hands to rest. But even if your hands are not touching heart center, turn your mind's eye there. Let that be where you focus, not in the thinking mind, not in the space around you, not in the distractions of the world, or even the distractions of the questions. Let's turn our focus inward and let's ask these questions at the heart center, because that is where the answers spring out from. We're not going to find them around us. We're not going to find them in our thinking minds. They will be revealed to us from our heart center. So just continuing to breathe slow, compassionate, gentle breaths as we reflect on the four soul questions. Who am I? Who am I right here at the essence of my heart and my soul? Who am I? And as you feel that connection at your heart, or you see it through your mind's eye, what do you want? What is your deepest desire of your heart? What do you want? What is my purpose? What is the contribution to this world that only I can make here in this moment? What is my purpose? And what am I grateful for? What am I grateful for so much that I can almost feel my heart swell when I think of that thing, that person, that situation, whatever it is? What am I grateful for? And then if you do have your hand or both of your hands at heart center, just allow them to rest either on your lap or on the desk in front of you, the table. But let's leave our palms turned up if that feels okay. And let that represent your connection back to your heart center. Let's not let those hands become filled with the distractions of the world, even the distraction of the sounds around you where you are right now. Let's stay connected and let the answers, the reflections, the clarity come from the heart. And let's just sit, breathe, settled in this present moment. Let's take a long, slow breath in and a full breath out. One more slow breath in and full breath out. And wherever your palms are, I'd invite you just to bring them together at heart center, just pressing the two palms right and left together. We often just refer to this as bringing your hands to prayer or to your heart center. But it really is a mudra. It's the Anjali mudra. It represents the seal of our practice, the seal of the union of the right and left sides of us coming together as one, and the seal of the intention. And whatever we have practiced and set across these minutes. Again, we weren't seeking the answers. We were just being open to asking the questions. And so tonight, as we prepare to close our time, let the seal, as your palms press together, represent you staying connected to the messages of your heart, to the soul part of you. And when the logical thinking mind wants to intervene, go back right here. That gentle pressing of the palms together is a reminder. My clarity comes from within, from right there in the center of my heart, right there from my soul. Namaste.